for instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Terence Crawford openly calls out Floyd Mayweather, saying the only reason Floyd wants a fight is for money. Crawford stresses he has no interest in facing Mayweather and never even imagined such a matchup. To him, these types of bouts are not about greatness but about hype and big paydays. He accuses Mayweather of caring more about money than competition, especially since Floyd has been focused on exhibitions after retirement. Crawford acknowledges Floyd had his era but insists this era belongs to him. He refuses to let money-driven demands distract from his own accomplishments.
Know how you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, was, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, bro. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fighting.
Yeah.
I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hate type shit to me.
You like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Critics argue that Mayweather's recent appearances are less about legacy and more about financial gain. Once admired for his defensive brilliance and perfect record, he now leans toward exhibitions that deliver massive paydays but little sporting significance. Analysts point out that Floyd flaunts his wealth constantly, suggesting he doesn't even need these fights, yet still pursues them. Many conclude that post-retirement, Floyd's focus shifted completely to money-making ventures rather than real competition, leaving fans disappointed.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Okay, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right? He couldn't get going at the rate that he expected, but early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine it's going to be a boatload.
Former champion Timothy Bradley has been vocal about a hypothetical Crawford-Mayweather fight. Bradley argues Floyd historically struggled with southpaws, and Crawford's versatile, switch-hitting style would cause him major problems. He believes Crawford's sharp timing and adaptability could break through Floyd's defense. Bradley even dismisses Floyd's untouchable reputation, saying fighters like Crawford would expose his weaknesses.
Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Sam Judah. Sam Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's gonna reach against one of the best back foot counter punches in the game? He gonna reach with that right hand against Crawford? He gonna get slept reaching with that backhand, the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Boy, got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep, I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed in real life.
On the other hand, many analysts think it's unfair to compare Crawford to Mayweather. They argue Floyd's resume is stacked with elite fighters, while Crawford has not consistently faced that same level of competition. By this logic, the comparison lacks balance. Floyd's greatness is already cemented, whereas Crawford is still writing his story.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites. Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
Boxing commentator Showbiz the Adult takes a bold stance. Crawford deserves to be ranked above Mayweather for one key reason. He points to Crawford's victory over Canelo Álvarez, emphasizing that Floyd would never have taken such a risky fight at that stage of his career. Showbiz notes Crawford moved up in weight to face Canelo in his prime, while Floyd was more calculated in opponent selection. To him, Crawford's willingness to take that risk elevates his legacy beyond Floyd's carefully managed career.
Why is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been a middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt.
Interestingly, Crawford himself is frustrated with constant Mayweather comparisons. He makes it clear he doesn't want to fight Floyd, stressing Mayweather had his time in a different era. This era, he insists, belongs to him. Crawford acknowledges Floyd's greatness but believes legacies shouldn't overlap. He sees comparisons as unfair since Floyd is retired, while he is still carving out his dominance.
Start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
Danny Garcia offered a diplomatic view when asked about a Mayweather-Crawford fight. Rather than choosing sides, Garcia predicted it would likely end in a draw. He explained Floyd's defensive brilliance and Crawford's offensive adaptability would cancel each other out. His neutral stance reflects the respect both fighters command, showing how evenly matched they are in theory.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever, at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fight. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former champion Shane Mosley believes Mayweather's size would be his downfall against Crawford. Mosley argues Floyd, while technically brilliant, would be too small to withstand Crawford's power, reach, and versatility. He suggests Crawford's ability to switch stances and use physical advantages would neutralize Floyd's defense. For Mosley, size would be the deciding factor in this fantasy matchup.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no questioning the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Álvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd bared down and won the fight.
Showbiz the adult added nuance to the comparison. He noted Crawford's win over Canelo has sparked debates about whether his legacy now surpasses Floyd's. However, he cautions against oversimplification, reminding fans that Floyd's decades-long dominance across multiple divisions cannot be ignored. He insists comparing the two requires examining consistency, quality of opposition, and long-term influence.
Not add a heavyweight to my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather, you're talking Floyd, Muhammad Ali, you're talking, all those guys, Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they can go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight class, they fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen Breadman Edwards gave a refreshing perspective. He advised fans to stop forcing comparisons and instead celebrate Crawford's recent success on its own. Breadman called Crawford's win over Canelo a once-in-a-lifetime achievement that shouldn't be overshadowed by dragging Mayweather's name into the debate. In his view, Floyd is retired and shouldn't even be part of the conversation.
To Floyd.
Man, I don't really want to compare him right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, and competitive guys, next thing you know, Bud and Floyd will be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. It's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, how the fights will go and, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy, they two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
The boxing community remains split. Many argue Crawford would beat Floyd because of the risks he has taken, like moving up in weight to defeat Canelo. Others say Floyd's undefeated record and defensive genius remain unmatched. The reality may be that both are great in their own ways, representing different eras with different approaches. The debate itself proves how deeply both men have impacted boxing, leaving legacies that continue to inspire admiration and argument.
Who's gonna win? I used to think that the size difference was too much. That Canelo Álvarez was like, man, how are they gonna do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Álvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008, but he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Álvarez is 63. Canelo Álvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's gonna beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think.
Crawford's victory over Canelo is widely considered the defining moment of his career. Jumping 2 weight classes to face one of the era's most dominant champions was an audacious move. Yet Crawford executed it with precision and control, proving his fearlessness and cementing his place among the all-time greats. For Crawford, this was more than a win, it was a statement of legacy.
After Terence Crawford defeated Saul Canelo Álvarez to become the new, undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era, a lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step. And of course, a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Janabek posted this with 2 emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK. And to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Janabek is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Janabek versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Janabek's next opponent, and that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Álvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed not once, not twice, but 3 times, and defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Álvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next?
That concludes today's video. Stay tuned for more updates. Until next time.